Today we're going to be making an obstructed staircase and an exposed staircase in perfect two-point perspective. You are going to need a pencil, a straight edge or a ruler, and of course your paper. I've already got a couch, a nice table. Most of the basic things have already been drawn. As you can see, my drawing is a work in progress. Our obstructed staircase will be drawn here in this doorway. All right, let's get started. We're going to be relying heavily on this left vanishing point here to make what's known as the rise and the run. First, we'll begin with the run, which is a line drawn towards the vanishing point. The rise is a straight up and down vertical line drawn towards the top of the paper. Make sure your ruler is perfectly straight. It's time for another run, so we're going to be using our left vanishing point here. Followed by a rise. Once again, use a straight up and down ruler. And it's time for another run. You're going to continue this process until you are satisfied with the height of your staircase. I'm going to put in a final rise and a final run to complete my staircase. You have to sort of use your imagination to see the staircase. We have established the rise and the runs, and now it's time to make this picture become truly 3D. For that, we'll have to use our right vanishing point. My right vanishing point is located way over here beyond this other doorway. And what I'm aiming for with my ruler are the inside and outside corners of my rise and run. Once lined up, the lines for the staircase will be drawn towards the side of the doorway. Continue this process for all lines on your staircase. Use your right vanishing point, find those inside and outside corners, and continue working your way up the staircase until you get to the very top. Each line should make it look more like a staircase. Just a few more lines here and we'll have it. There it is. That is a thing of beauty. This is our obstructed staircase. Next up, the exposed staircase. Here's a good spot for it. We'll do this on a separate drawing to make things easier. This staircase will be exposed, meaning nothing's going to be blocking our view of it. I prefer to start with a vertical line. This will be the back of the staircase, so we have an idea of how close it sits against this wall. Now that we can see how tall the staircase is, let's use our left vanishing point here to determine how far the staircase extends from the wall. Right about there, that looks pretty good. Similar to the first staircase, our next step is to draw the rise and the run. Once again, we'll use a up and down vertical line to illustrate the rise, and we will use our left vanishing point to construct the run. Repeat this pattern for each rise and each run. Don't forget, each run needs to be drawn using that left vanishing point. The next step is to show the depth, so you might need to do a little cleanup before we begin. Well, we've got the height and we've got the width. Next up is the depth. To illustrate how deep this staircase goes into our picture, we will be relying heavily on the right vanishing point. It's the same process as before. We're going to draw a line from every inside and outside corner towards that right vanishing point. Just take your time. Make sure you line up each corner with the vanishing point. Continue this process until you run out of corners. Well, it looks pretty good, but we still need to finish that far side of the staircase. This last part usually trips students up. The way I remember it is, if you follow this pattern here of rise and run, and repeat that on the far end of the staircase, it'll make much more sense. So, starting at the bottom, if this first step begins with a rise, so should the far side. I'll take my ruler and draw a vertical line to show the rise. Next up is the run. This was drawn originally towards the left vanishing point, so the far side of the staircase also should be drawn towards the left vanishing point. This is followed by a rise, which I'll use a vertical line to illustrate. And then, of course, this pattern continues for a run towards the left vanishing point. Keep it up until you've drawn all of your rise and your runs. Just a little cleanup with the eraser, and that should be it. There is your exposed staircase. It's gorgeous. I'll leave it up to you to determine what happens at the top of this staircase. Maybe it's time for another doorway, or maybe something a little bit more creative. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.